distilling. I'm going to show you how to make your own moonshine. Easy, simple, and damn tasty stuff. First, we're going to start out with some hard cider. Here we have, over here, where you at there, little dumpling? Here's an ordinary bucket from a bakery, and they hold roughly between 3 and 4 gallon. And when you get one, make sure they have a lid with a seal on it. And they're usually $1 or $2, which is a great deal, and they seal up nice. So now we're going to start out with our hard cider. We get rid of this stupid damn dog. Come on, move. So we're going to put roughly 2.5 gallons of cider in here. Make sure it's unpasteurized. I'm going to put in 1 pound of brown sugar, half a box of raisins, and I have no idea why, but we just throw them in there anyhow. About a teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and another, I don't know why, and 1 package of the brewer's yeast. And we're going to stir all that up real nice and everything. Now we're going to take that lid, drill a hole in it. My favorite is an 11/16 hole. And then we're going to put a rubber grommet in that, which I'll just show you here in just a little bit. Here's a little rubber grommet. We're going to stuff that in that hole there. Put in a little piece of copper tube, which I shall get here in just a minute. Okay, fine. You did all that already. So let's put it this way. There's your damn old grommet in there. Now you stick in a piece of copper tubing and a hose. You can call it a hose, no matter what country you're from. And you stuck it in a thing of water here. That's your airlock. Well, then you set it in the basement. If you don't have a basement, rent one. It's well worth it. So, this thing will start gurgling within a day or two. And it keeps putting out air. That's the thing working, and a working, and a working. Well, after about a month or two, give or take, it'll quit gurgling. Then we have our hard cider. Ooh-wee, Andy. So here's one I prepared 2 months ago, just like Julia Childs, you know what I mean. Here's one I had in the oven earlier. Okay, so we're going to take this over to the distilling facility. What's that? Oh no, not again. Anyhow, we're going to get that open. Hang on just a moment. Now there's a few things we're going to need to build the still. First things first, you're going to need a meat thermometer. You got to close in on that one, aren't you? A small bowl of some sort, some rubber grommets, a fountain pump. Steal one of them from the wife, they don't care. They never take care of the damn things anyhow. And a pressure cooker. And don't worry, we're not going to blow the damn thing up. First things first. Take your pressure cooker, remove all the unnecessary fittings. Well, over here is a pressure cooker that I have previously prepared. So what we can do to make it easy, take this fitting out, take this fitting out, then we're putting rubber grommets in there. Hence, you can buy them at any hardware, and well, most hardware. But one's to accept your meat thermometer, the other one's for your copper tube to run in your cooling coils. You're gonna need to buy a coil of 5/16 OD copper tubing. We're going to drill 2 holes. In our bowl here. Hell, it don't even matter where you put them. You always get by with whatever. Just 2 small holes, and you could use a round file to make them as large as you need to accept your rubber grommets. And we only need 2 holes. Now carefully place your fountain pump in the bucket. I'm sorry, this is our cooling water bucket. It's just another bucket from whatever. Carefully place that in. Yes, that's a fine spot for it. Oh yeah. Now this here is our cooling line coming out of it. It's got a weight on it just to hold it in the bottom of this doohickey right here. But that comes in later. Oh yeah, this is one I have prepared earlier, just like on one of them cooking shows. But mine doesn't have the rubber grommets. I went and spent the extra dollars for the brass fittings, okay? But you just wrap that coil around anything you want to get it to fit in there. And if you don't put your rubber grommet in before you feed all the rest of this through, and it'll go in a lot easier. Don't mind this thing, it doesn't even count right now, see? Because it's nice to play with. Yeah, mule, yeah! Anyhow, so here we got it. So kind of in a way. Now we're going to start out with, this is a 6 quart pressure cooker. So I like to start out with 5 quarts of hard cider. And this stuff probably tests at 12-14% alcohol. And that's all I can tell you about that. Well, now we're going to get into our hard cider. All them little raisins running around there, we're going to get rid of those real quick. So hang on a minute. So I'm going to put in approximately 5 quarts in my 6 quart pressure cooker. Don't mind making a mess because the wife's not home. Okay, now we got that on there, eh? Take that little booger and put it on the stove. Hopefully no flies running around. Good. We're going to put on our, whatever the hell that is. Don't worry about pressure. This thing, well, should not create any pressure at all. And for one, it's not going to get up to boiling. Alcohol boils at 170 something degrees, but it's the vapors are going to come down and the vapor of the gas coming off, and we're going to cool it down to where it's back down to a liquid. That's your alcohol. Make sure it's centered. Looks beautiful. And we're going to put the lid on. Well, okay, shelf. Stove sold separately too. Gotta have something to prop that up with. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, I tell you. Just don't get much garden. Oh well. Now we're going to get into the, this is what your second hole is for. We're going to shove this little tube in there. It's going to go up to the level we want our water in here. Then it's going to drain right back into our cooling tank. Very, very, very simple. Of course, we're going to need a couple shims. Couple of them. Well, something looks like something got bent, but it's not a problem, I'll tell you. These things bend all over the place. Yeah, see? See how much fun that was? Yeah, I can tell. Okay, whatever. The hell with it. Anyhow, but you gotta have the outlet here. I'm just looking at the coils to make sure they're about half-assed level. Okie dokie, okie dokie. This thing sealed up, got cider in it, turn the heat on. We'll start out on high. And then I'm going to wait for a bit. Here's our cooling line coming from the pump. It's got a weight on it to hold it in the bottom of our, what you call it there, eh? Keep it away from the burner at the bottom. That's not a good deal. Oh well. I can show you how this works real quick here. We're going to turn the water on as soon as I find the cord. Ooh-wee, Andy. Oh, oh. There's quality entertainment for you, I'm telling you. Also, while your cooling tank's filling, you can make sure your cooling lines are copacetic. I don't know what the word is for it, but in line, and it'll run right around there all the way up. That makes it, you want to make sure your cooling lines are always running downhill. If you have an uphill in there, it's going to get a big burp in it. Now when it reaches this outlet here, it's going to drain off the top. So you can adjust this to cover your cooling lines. Kind of, in a way. So now I have it over here, and that should stay there. The level of water should stay there.